What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel, and things continue to go from bad to worse for the old lady as the club has bowed out of the Coppa Italia 1-0, suffering a defeat against, of course, hated rival Inter. And to make things worse, not only did they decide to embarrass themselves on the pitch, they decided to do so off of it as well. We'll talk about that. What does the future hold for the club? Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it's Thursday, April 27th, 2023, and of course I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every single day. Before we do anything though, do me a solid favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos, and while you get a chance, go ahead, pop on over here to our other channel. We're actually about to drop a podcast here in the next couple of days. Maybe today. We'll see. Maybe it happens. But go ahead, hit that subscribe button over here on this channel, the Now We Can Talk Like Men podcast. Myself, a couple other friends. We're going to bring you some other content, more fun, out there content. Maybe that's not as focal on Juventus, but if you enjoy what I do here, please go pop over there. Support me, support the channel, hit that subscribe button. And just to repay you guys, what we will be doing is we'll be giving away a jersey of your choosing. We know that channel, we're going to have Louisville fans, Kentucky fans, we're talking about college athletics, as well as Juventus fans, whatever have you. Maybe you're a fan of something else. 500 subscribers, we're giving away a free jersey. One of the winners will get it, and you guys can have an opportunity to do that and be registered for that right away by going and hit that subscribe button. All right, without any further ado, let's get into it. What news do we have for you today regarding Juventus? Well, you know the feelings. I don't know what else I could really say that Ale has not already said on the channel in good summation. Crushing Allegri, and I think at this point, I think it is well-deserved. I think at this point, it is all but written on the wall that it's time to see this man depart from the club. I thought I was in the wrong from the beginning. I thought Max Allegri was going to be a guy who'd be able to bring some stability, come back to the club, and right the ship. Unfortunately, he has plunged the ship into deeper depths, and right now, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to recover it. Obviously, not all his fault, but about 60-70% of what you're seeing on the pitch is his fault. But let's go ahead and continue and talk about the reports coming out of Juventus. Nico Scheda is reporting saying that outbursts by Max Allegri in the locker room occurred against the managers of Inter, Bacin and Marotta. You are all shit. You'll finish sixth anyway. The words of Max Allegri following the match. He said, to Juventus players, we have to finish ahead of them in the Serie A. We don't have to send them to the Champions League. So, interesting to say none the least. I'll be honest, I don't hate this mindset. I don't hate this thinking. I don't hate this attitude of treating Inter that way. But you just got embarrassed. You not only did you decide to embarrass the club and the fans of the club on the pitch, but Max Allegri went out of his way to embarrass the club on his own, outside of it, in the locker room, and now it's gotten out, and now you look a bit asinine. We'll see if Juventus will finish ahead of Inter, especially with the way things are going. I would tend to bet on not, but we will see if he can turn it around. I don't know exactly if that's the best way also to really approach your team, is that you're just saying, I just want to beat those guys. I don't care about winning any of the trophies that you see that I continue to fail to do. No Scudetto this year, no Coppa Italia, no Super Coppa next year. It'll be a trophyless season for Juventus unless they can win the Europa League, which again, who cares about that? But it is what it is. Max Allegri, not a good look for the club and for the current leader of the club. Let's go and continue on. Talk about his future, though, as it looks kind of bleak right now, because Zedito Sport is reporting that Max Allegri is certainly one of the main culprits for the last night's poor performance. The coach's confirmation for the Juventus bench, despite his long-term contract, would not be obvious. The Europa League plays a decisive role. Basically, maybe I feel like my personal opinion, my personal feeling, what it should be, Max Allegri should only get another year. Should only get one more season if he wins the damn Europa League. And even at that, that's a little bit of a stretch for me. To me, it's time to move on. It's time to get new leadership. It's time to get somebody who's not a dinosaur with his tactics on the pitch. Let's get a guy who can utilize what Juventus has. There are some good pieces here. Obviously, a lot of injuries have been going on. You got Chiesa, you got Pogba, you got the injuries that they have sustained, Di Maria even for a portion of this. But you have I guess I wouldn't say world-class talent, because a lot of this talent probably is a little bit past their prime, but you still have enough talent to compete and win the damn Serie A. Don't let the stuff off the pitch affect what's going on the pitch, and that's been going on for way too damn long. It's time to right the ship, time to get a guy who knows what he's doing. I'm not going to say a name of who I think is the guy. That's their job. That's their job. I'll put out in other videos, we can talk about guys that I like, guys I don't like, but for right now, it's your job to get a guy to lead this club moving forward, win the damn Serie A, and compete for a Champions League. That's all we ask. And it shouldn't be, and I know you can take that tongue in cheek and say, oh, that's all you're asking, that's all you're asking. It's not that much. When you're Juventus, you should expect that. That is the floor. Winning the Scudetto every couple of seasons, especially when you win it 9 damn years straight, is the floor. You should be competing, and you should be in the top 2 and winning the damn Scudetto this year, last year, and next year. That's all I'm saying. Continuing on. Juve also have suffered defeat off of the pitch. When I say by that is they are losing money. Mirko De Natale laid out that the defeat of Juventus is not only on the field, the Coppa of Italia and consequent qualification to the Supercoppa Italiana would have brought in 9.5 million euros to Juventus that they are now not going to be seeing a dime of. So good on you. Way to go. Let's move on. Now, if they need to act somewhat serious, maybe take a little bit of pride in the club. Maybe now is the time to act. And to the sports reporting that, especially when it comes to defending the club and its integrity and its playing ability in the future, right now is in the court of Juventus lawyers today, where they will make a statement of the defense and will be deposited with the objective of disassembling point by point the arguments of the FIGC prosecution on the salary maneuvers and the partnerships. So right now is Juventus's time to stand up for themselves, ensure that they were able to move forward. And I understand. I do understand this. As much as Juventus can do, as well as they can do, as good of the defense attorneys that they can hire, they are more than likely going to be dealing with a corrupt FIGC and a corrupt UEFA, who will do whatever they can to screw the club over in the end. That's something that they cannot control. I understand that. But they have to do their damnedest to combat it on the pitch and off of it. So the lawyers in the pitch of the courtroom, if you will, and the damn players on the actual pitch, collecting points, getting as many points as possible, so that way when they hammer you, that you still can make it into the top 4. That's what needs to be done. Let's continue on. Going on with that, though, Juventus though are maybe not the greatest signs going from that topic to this one, but Marcello Chirico was saying that Juventus will be evaluating the plea agreement with the FIGC to close the judicial issue this season, agreeing to a potential 6 to 9 point penalty reduction, couldn't get that one out, and a maxi fine for salaries partnerships. Fine, I don't care about the fine. But the 6 to 9 point penalty, that's where they can screw you, and that's where they will lubricate as good as they can to shaft Juventus right where it hurts. And that's what I'm worried for. And who knows that UEFA won't try to make it more than the damn 9 points that are being rumored out there. If you don't feel, make sure you're lubricated now, guys, because I have some more news that's not going to make you feel much better. So make sure you're good to go. With this news that Giovanni Albanese maybe make you feel better about him being off of the pitch, but some news about Leonardo Bonucci and his future. He has 1 year left in his contract and has been trying to work behind the scenes as a reference to the players and technical staff. His relationship with Allegri remains firm and could one day make him an ideal assistant to Max Allegri. Come on, this is funny. This is hilarious. You're going to tell me that Max Allegri and Leonardo Bonucci are going to work well together and he's going to be on his coaching staff? You know what? Maybe he will be. Maybe he will be on his coaching staff one day when he goes to, maybe he's at Parma again. Maybe he's at Salernitana. Maybe when he goes there, that's when he can be on his coaching staff. I'm sorry. Leonardo Bonucci, I don't see you having the leadership quality characteristics. One of the reasons you've been lambasted when it comes to your job as a captain and all that you've done throughout that. This is not the place to do it. Juventus don't need to have him be a coach. I'm sorry. I don't see it in his demeanor, in his working, and all the work ethic that he's brought to the club. I'm sorry. Maybe a Chiellini kind of guy like that. Bonucci, you haven't done enough, and the clock's ticking. The stand's almost run out. I don't know that you can earn it. Anyway, continue on. Not that coaching. Obviously, I get it. Not that coaching is this, masterful, position, a position that I really need to be like, oh, we it has to be earned, it has to be whatever. But I'm not sure that I want the likes of Leonardo Bonucci anywhere near Juventus's coaching reigns. I just don't see it right now. From bad to worse, let's go ahead and talk about this. Giovanni Albanese is reporting that Juventus intend to renew Alexandro at the end of the season for another year. The Brazilian has 33 caps, 9 more until the auto renewal. So one of the negative things about this, and one of the things frustrating me, is that when it comes to Alexander, we talked about the last year or so about going after left backs and going at possible guys that we liked, Udogi, yada yada yada, all those going down the line, and then now we're looking at keeping Alexandro for another season. That's what happens when you don't act, and that's what happens when things go from bad to worse. Is now you're stuck with another season of Alexandro. Good job, congratulations, Juventus. I'm sorry, I'm negative right now, but at the same time, if people are telling you positive things about the club and trying to suck up to the club and acting like everything's okay, it's bleeping not. It's not okay. Continuing on. Let's talk about Juan Cuadrado. Maybe this one will make you all feel better, though. Giovanni Albanese is also saying that Juan Cuadrado's time at Juve is ending, and it couldn't come at a better time. Actually, it could come at a better time maybe last season. That's when it would have been a better time. The management already looked at replacements such as Bobby Eddie from Next Gen, or Cambiaso, who is out on loan currently. So we'll see if those guys will come in and end up finding some permanent spots in the lineup for Juventus' first team. Final news of the day, another one that's a little bit, maybe I don't want to say perplexing, but to me it kind of is. CalcioMercato.com reporting that the situation for Milik is actually not as solid as we originally may have believed. Juventus have decided to wait until the end of the season before making a decision on the redemption of Eric Milik. The club's difficult moment, particularly the struggles with the attack, have made them rethink negotiations. He will be evaluated at season end. Don't make me do this. Don't make me be the guy who's coming to rush to the defense of Arkadiusz Milik. Don't make me be this guy, the guy who pretended to vomit all over my desk here throughout the entire summer last year. Now I've got to be the guy to rush to his defense. I'm sorry. Now Milik is my guy. I'm sorry. I would rather retain Milik in the lineup than to have Vlahovic right now with the production that he's done throughout this season. I'm sorry. When you look at the numbers, when you look how inexpensive he would be to retaining as compared to a lot of options out there, it just makes sense. Keep Milik. Keep him moving forward. Unless we see some serious issues down the line that bring up really big red flags, I don't see him. Keep me don't make me don't make me fight for me. Keep Milik. Don't make me do that. Come on. This season's been enough for me, all right? All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Daily News. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, do me a solid favor. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos. And last reminder, if you go and subscribe to the podcast channel, you'll be entered in to win a jersey giveaway that we'll be doing once we have reached 500 subscribers. Really appreciate you guys' support, so go ahead and do that right now. If you want, make sure you can follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter, and you can follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Say hello to your old lady for me.